Okay, just done over an hour streaming with audio not working simply because the microphone volume was set to 0, which is not a smart move anyway. Now let's try to do and then I took a good break, had some food. Now I'm restored, refreshed for a long session, hopefully. Let's see what I can do. And the goal is to work on deleting all email events. So already started. Basically, I created a Firebase function, which at the moment says run every 1 minute. However, it's not deployed, so it's not running at all. Locally, this doesn't run, so there is no point on having that. I think, yeah, like a schedule every day is okay. Um, on schedule, I see. Let's see how to do every day. The only problem with every day is that to see if the schedule works, we would need to wait 1 day. Schedule is a string. Somewhere I read that you can specify a time zone, but I don't understand how, because schedule is just a string. And I had some conflicting answers from the yeah, this is like different. This is from App Engine. You specify the time zone in a separate parameter there, but here I don't have it. Let's try to ask. Let's do Google Gemini. Gemini. Okay. And let's ask the question. In a Firebase function, how do I specify the time zone um, schedule function? Every 1 minute is pretty meaningless. Let's use instead the other thing, not every 24 hours, but what was that? Where we specify a time, which was here, every day midnight, for example. Let's say 7 a.m. not 70. Okay. Second generation, yeah. I'm a bit skeptical about this because it says string. It's not. Let's go back. Let's go back to here. Yeah. However, the function definition looks like this. How can the syntax you told me be correct? First generation. I import that from V2. This one can close. Dunque, it's telling me that I'm using the first generation, which doesn't look like. Uh, what do you say to that? I'm using second generation. It doesn't look like. What's that saying? Why is this red? Boo. Um, the function definition I gave you is from clicking on the on schedule with the V2 import from VS Code. So it seems your answer is not correct. It's not part of schedule. Aha. Time zone chain method. Yeah, you're changing now. But return prime is void. Schedule function. What? How do you do that? On schedule. Where I even chain it? Here? Because yeah, that's the end of on schedule. So you can't chain anything there. What can you chain here? Timeout? Yeah, that was hallucination too, right? Time out seconds was, yeah, it doesn't exist. Yeah, uppercase. No. So let's keep on reading. Chain method. Yeah, that doesn't work. We can try, but I don't think it will work. So this is chain at the very end of the method. Yeah, another incorrect information. That's so frustrating to get all incorrect information from AI. Appreciate time zone. Are you sure about that? Where do we find the documentation for this? Uh, okay, yeah, that's a good guess to check that. Uh, let's remove that. Let's find my package JSON. Okay. My package JSON has what are you looking for? Firebase functions. Come on, okay, keep on getting me incorrect information. Very recent. Yeah. That's not true. Okay, let's check something. So when I go here on schedule and I open this, I got simply the two functions, no module, Firebase functions, lib v2 provider scheduler. Mm. I don't think it's a cache issue. Oh, uh-huh. I didn't know that TypeScript allow overloading. I thought it didn't. Ah, all right, all right. Yeah, there is, there is. Oh, let's do it again. I found overloadings. I didn't know that TypeScripts can afford overloading. Yeah, fantastic. TypeScript does support function overloading, even just in a single function name can have multiple signature with different argument type. Convey my initial answer. Yep. Oh god, that was hard, but yeah, thank you so much. Doing the hard way is good. There's nothing about memory though. Region now, retry count. Seconds back off. Okay, max doubling for the back off. Let's try to put that. Remove the comma. Your schedule string goes inside the scheduler and time zone goes here. We don't need these comments. Pretty useless. Okay. All right. So maybe we want a time in which we actually execute it when we deploy. Let's put 4 p.m., which is in an hour 40 minutes. We will see how long it takes to develop this. At least I know when it executes without doing conversions. All right, so this deletes anything older than 20 days. Let's start so you can, roll it back slowly. Uh, all right, so you want to try it. You want to try because I have something that looks finds mail events, gets me an mail event array. I finished the coffee. And then it says how many I found, and then it just logs the IDs. Maybe we log finish. Maybe, but maybe no need. Right, so let's try. So npm run shell. Maybe it's a little bit smaller. Yeah, quite a bit smaller. npm run shell. Oh, we got an error. Cannot find packages src imported from mail event.js. What? Not sure I get it. Cannot find the package src. Oh, do we have a line number? Yeah, so read the resolve. No. Interesting. Let's see if anything running. No. Okay, that's good. Is everything saved? Yes, it is. Let's run it again. That's really a strange error. That after we'll paste the error in the AI. But it's strange. Yep. Failed to load function definition. Function code because it must be analyzed. Syntax error. Strange. I don't understand it. Okay, let's copy that. Okay, let's go open a Cascade, open a new chat. Okay, before we do anything with the AI, let's commit so we have a clear state. I'm on main, so let's create a branch. We check out a branch called the goal is delete mail events. Delete events, let's call it branch. Okay. Now let's commit. Ooh, I meant dot. Okay. Commit and push. Okay. So let's try with the AI. Paste the error. And that's really a weird one. What? This is like some kind of log from where's this file? Don't know. Okay, we have a problem with the mail events. Okay, there's a lot of tsconfig JSON file. Yeah. Is that true? Gfind -name tsconfig JSON. I should have two because one for front end, one for backend. tsconfig JSON. Well, that's node module. It doesn't count. No, it's correct. One is Svelte folder for shared function and web. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. Uh, oh no, wait a second. Why have SRC there? No, reject. Just don't have SRC. Oh God. That's it. That's all I have to do. That answer was totally useless. Stop it, stop it, stop it. At least it made me find the problem, but it went on a totally wrong direction as usual. But you know what? It's still useful because it helped me locate that I didn't even realize. It would take me longer alone. Get some water. Okay, okay, okay. So we were trying to run this function. So let's go to functions. Let's do npm run function shell. Npm run shell. Wait a second, I already fixed that. Oh, more things were changed. Oh wow, that's the shit that I did. Lucky I committed it. Check out. Revert fucking everything. Okay, let's do it properly. One is that. Do we have any other problems? No, reject. No, man, what are you doing? Why can you stop? I already stopped. Reject. Oh, allora, start again. Okay, this is just Control Z. No, no, I already rejected. How many times I have to reject? Okay. I'm getting crazy. Okay, so now this should be fine. Let's try to run the shell function emulator. npm run shell Firebase functions. Okay. All right. Same error. Mail event cannot find package SRC. So I thought I removed that. I still have one. Okay. All right. I don't know why it imported like this with SRC. I used the AI to complete that caused the original trouble. Now it should work. Oh yeah. So let's test this function process events. What if I don't put the parentheses? Ah, it's just like JavaScript. It returns the function itself. Oh, all right, all right, all right. That looks good. That looks good. So all the 20 days, quite a bit, yeah? I just want to process a few events for starting, so let's go even older. There. Let's try 40. Do we have something? I've been working for so long. I think I had to restart. It doesn't seem to pick up changes. We'll try once more, maybe after. Yeah. Come on. Process events. Invoke it. 0. Okay. 35. Oh, let's see now if it picked the 35 or not. No, it didn't. Still 40 days. So restart. Nothing. Let's try 30. I thought I tried before 30. I don't remember. This I'm trying again. It doesn't, but it didn't auto reload. Yeah, no, it did not. Does just not work. Not sure how. Maybe there is a way to watch or something. But no big deal. It starts pretty quickly. I can live with that. Maybe I can dig it about that later. Now I just want to make progress. 0 older than 30 days. Okay, okay, okay. So let's try. I've thought 25 are a lot. Let's try 27, which is a bit about in the middle. And then we'll settle with that. Perhaps they will come together in a single day. 27, do I find something? 0. Ooh, interesting. 25. I thought 25 had some. Oh, you know what I can do? I put a short limit, so I just for testing. Otherwise, I run out events to test. 0. Oh, I thought we had some. 22. This time I should find something. No, what I'm doing, I just have to invoke. Come on, process events invoked. Firebase function emulate. Okay, I got a few events. How many? 8. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then since I want to be able to do a few tests without running out of events, we'll do a limit 2, delete 2 at a time for now. And then after we'll make it much more. Right, so now it's 2. So I'm not doing anything with these events. So go here and just say processing. So I say deleting. And I want to delete the event. So I'm doing this Firestore operation inside the DAO, mail event DAO. Yeah, I suggest delete by doc ID. I almost like it, but I have to insert the word event because otherwise, because this is like a global name when imported. Yeah. Okay, so that would work. Find events, delete event. So in that file, I create now new function called exactly that, export const delete event by doc ID, which is an async function, of course. And let's finish the boilerplate there. And right, I need to import it, of course, and it has a doc ID parameter. Okay, doc ID, which is a string. Okay, and I have to say it's async. Already did that. Let's say it returns a promise void, and now need to import it. Okay. So what's the matter? It could be undefined. However, I know it isn't. So I just tell the compiler to shut up. Okay. So yeah, I could do a promise or this in parallel, but it's a batch function. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be fast. So that's fine. All right, finally I can do the delete. So here I can do await db dot let's do okay, yeah. Thanks. Collection event collection doc id delete. Looks good to me. And if I want, I could do the shorthand syntax, but then I would have to return whatever this thing returns, which is not clear. Firebase precondition, promise, right result. All right, which I don't care. Hopefully it works. All right, so if I go back to Firebase here, how do I know how many events I have? I don't know. I can eyeball them. It doesn't even tell how many events are loaded in the interface, which besides are all of them. That would be helpful. Um, anyway, so what I can do is this: run the function. And basically that is it. Yeah, that's it. I already done, if it works, I already done little function, which should be scheduled, but we will have to test. Now it's limited to 2 events, but we can expand once we see if it works, which will delete all the events. Found 2 events, yeah, because we have a limit 2. And we have these 2, they are deleted. Now I should not find this anymore. It's a bit tricky though. Yeah, can run it multiple times. Oh, okay, that's just because of that backslash that I fat fingered. Right. Um, let's say 100 can be 1000. Oh, you still find 2 anyway because we run it a few times. No, it's just because I didn't restart. And we don't have any mail bounce event. But I think this point, yeah, let's delete 1000 per time. And I say, because we don't have any mail bounce event, I can just put the correct number of event to be deleted. Estimate to 100. Yeah. And where is the every day at we want to make something a few minutes from now so I can test when I deploy. But I need enough time to do the deploy, branch, commit, review. Let's say 10 minutes from now. I hope is enough. Okay, this is 14 minutes from now. Okay. And then anything older than 3 days. All right. So let's see. Commit and push. We now create a pull request because this is it. We just have to test the schedule. There is no way to test the scheduling locally, from what I understand. We can close this. We can close this. We got all the information we wanted on the scheduling, also the time zone. Okay. Hello, let's see. Go to GitHub. Here I am all commit and pushed. Already done that, yep. And we go budget web, yep. Delete event, create a nice PR. Delete events older than 3 days, and it's mail events. Okay, that's the feature. And uh, the CI is starting, very good. Let's see if there is any problem with them. Let's check the diff, small enough. That's what I like. Nice separation with the DAO where all the details are there, so we can read the function pretty well. Very nice. I like this function, simple. Days, this could be outside. Yeah, you look at better outside. It's still local anyway from the module. Okay, day history. Then we go find events older than days. Found that. Deleting event. Maybe we also want to log. We finished. Or something like that. There is no try catch, nothing. So commit and push. Refresh. Right. Yeah, this schedule as well could be outside. When we call on schedule, that's why I was going to that overloading when I was clicking, because this is the one with string. Now I go to this schedule options. Let's create an object. Const options of type schedule options equal that. And then we put that as options. All right. To those schedule options, we have to import it, I suppose, if from scheduler. Yep. Now still have 10 minutes. I think it's okay. Let's keep on checking it. This triggers another build. Should have enough time to build this quick. Unless, it finds errors. If it finds errors, it will fix them. We can move the schedule. Okay. So let's go check actions. Yeah, we do have errors. Might need more than 10 minutes. Let's wait for this execution. It should just take 10 more seconds to finish. There you go. Event is defined but never used. Yep. I just delete it. Commit and push. This time it should work. "30 seconds. This is supposed to go at 45. Let's move it forward a little bit then. Not sure about that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm getting emails because the pipeline is failing. What happened to my pipeline? It worked now. Okay, that's good. However, yeah, 45, should we put, roll it forward a couple of minutes more? So we got 9 minutes for now, of which we have to lose another 30 seconds for that, then we have to merge, wait for another build. In fairness, I don't think this will kind of fail now, because I just changed the number. But since I have to wait just another 10 seconds, I might as well wait. Okay, so I can now merge it. We go here, squash and merge. Click on commit by mistake. Make sure that I have the correct commit message. Yep, that is good. What is that number of 23 there? Not sure. Commit squad is commit 23. No, there are much more, I think. And delete branch. Very good. This will trigger another build of main. There you go, which I expect to work. In the meantime, we can check out main. And just after pull, fetch all. Good. And list the branches and delete the branch, delete events. Okay, I got some aliases that are handy. And wait for this work correctly. Let's deploy. We want to deploy the functions to Firebase. So let's close everything. Let's find my package JSON. I think it's npm run deploy, but let's double check. Yep, I saw it. Yeah, npm run deploy, which will do a build. npm run deploy should, in theory, create a new function and apply the schedule as well, which is in about 7 minutes. Since this will take a few minutes, I think we are good. Let's go check my handler. There you go, 47, now it's 41. Let's go to, yeah, this, and we go functions. It should now deploy the functions, including process events. Just checking here if we match the schedule. Yep. Ah, it's very good. It is also, checking that I have a schedule that is required. Functions, I don't have that function yet, but if I reload, maybe it still is deploying. I have to wait a little bit more. Yeah, it's not there yet, process interested. Wait a couple of minutes. We have time until 47, still 5 minutes. We never run all the events in 3 days. So here we should have enough events to be deleted. And we can check the logs for execution. Oh yeah, that's not the one. It's here. All right, we have quite a number of events. All right. Now it's saying it's finished. So go back to functions. And we got that. Yeah, look at that. It doesn't tell the time zone anymore at all. But the time is local here. We have about 4 minutes now. Billable instance time 0 because we never run it. This will tell me something. Let's go. 0. Is this daily, updated daily? Because I use those. Oh, or maybe it's just because, don't know. It's just because it's in the free tier. Don't know. Anyway, how do we go see the log for this function before, yeah, so we can look it live? Is this here? If I go, over there is view logs. This is, yeah, it's, how to say it's fine. I don't know, I'm using that for the first time, ask me later. Right, this is the log limited to that function. Now we still have 3 minutes. Shall we do something else in the meantime? Okay, so I hope that works. The other thing we have to do is to test the bounce. The bounce. So let's see where is yeah, AWS. And we go to SES. And I think I already validated an email that then I deleted, so it should bounce as bounce at budget pile net. It's verified, but now it should bounce. Let me try to send an email from there, from another mailbox to check the bounce manually. Hopefully it does bounce. It's going slowly. Right. The other thing I want to do is we deployed function. Let's deploy the front end as well, so we can test directly online as well. I don't think any data changes there for now, at least. Yeah, for now, no, but yeah, later, of course, yes. So now I'm in the web folder, npm run deploy. Okay, that should be fairly quick. Okay. All right, that the front end is deployed. In the meantime, I'm trying to send this email. So now we have updated front end. Let's try to write a message to bounce budget pile net, subject test bounce, and then body will bounce question mark. It's outside the screen because that's my email, so it's on purpose outside the screen. The message has been sent. Will it come back? How long will it take to come back? Or will it retry before? Or will I receive it instead? In which case the bounce doesn't work. Don't seem to get the bounce. Oh, okay. By the way, time is passed. Was the function executed? Let's go back to the other thread. Doesn't look like, unless this logs don't auto reload, which is possible. Aye. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, so nice. So it deleted a lot of events. Would be nice to say out the number there. Yeah. Let's do it. So, yeah, I would say events length. Why don't we say the length? Or we say deleted successfully. Do not start with a number. Oh my God, what I'm doing? This is successfully the number 58 or whatever, 0 events. Okay, so now this does work. Okay, let's check the database as well to confirm. So Firestore now should be nimble. Oh yeah, very nice. So just a few events that are younger than 3 days. Can you say that? 29. Yeah, it's younger than 3 days. Check another one. Net random. Fantastic, fantastic. So my thing works. I just did a small change. I'm on main. Yeah, we'll create a branch for. Oh yes. Needs interpolating quotes. Thanks for the suggestion. This is correct. Good. No, yeah, it should be successful if it doesn't crash, but yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's remove it successfully. It doesn't add information. So what I was right, the bounce, the bounce. How do I test the bounce? So I go to the website. I subscribe to the email that should bounce, but apparently it doesn't, which was a bounce at budgetpilot.net. I do that. Ooh, that's because I'm not running the function backend frontend. And I said I want to type this live not on localhost. This is on localhost. Let's go to the Azure website instead. Okay. All right. Instead of running a front end, how did it even run? Front end is off, backend is off here on local. Okay. Let's try on live. So we go bounce at budgetpilot.net. Join the waiting list. So this should create an email that should not work because that mailbox should not work in theory. And it should have created an event. Now, there are a few. How do I find it? Okay, destination, it's not this one. Oh, can I sort by timestamp? That would help. Yeah. Ask or desk? I want the desk, man. Yeah. So the first event is the latest. Excellent. So event type send, mail, destination bounce. And when we have an event type delivery, bounce. So it doesn't bounce. Oh, how do I test the bounce? Oh, let's check this. I go to Cloudflare. That's annoying. On Cloudflare is there where I configure it. I didn't receive the email and it did not bounce. It just disappeared. Okay. Okay. Email, I think. Yeah, it silently dropped. Okay, we had to change this. Delivery failed. Interesting. Um, routing rules. Ah. So we disable it drops, but how do I? What does it do with it? Send to an email, send to a worker, or drop. Oh, it's an email worker, like a function. I don't think I can simulate that. So if I turn it on active, go edit, send to an email, it goes there. Yeah. I don't have bounce. Mm. So because I have this catch-all, which is a drop, because it's disabled, it goes in the catch-all, which does a drop. What else can I do? I cannot bounce. Ah, let's try with Claude. We have Claude Sonnet 4, which seems a pretty generous free tier. I didn't run into any problem. Okay. I have email records on, to say forwarding on configured on Cloudflare and on the catch all address. I can choose the option, the actions, drop, send to an email, send to a work. I want that any unrecognized mailbox would bounce instead. How to do that if it's possible. So yeah, even just creating, hello Marshmallow, even just creating the bounce sounds pretty challenging. Is this working? Let's try another AI like Gemini. In the meantime, then we'll have a lot to read. If they both work, let's start a new chat. Same question. Maybe I have to reload. That was open for a long time. I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, you have to bounce back instead of being dropped or forwarded. Yes, you got it. Drop, send to email, send to a worker. To achieve a bounce, send to a worker. Yep. Implement a worker. Yep. Can I create a worker with the free tier? Why is this kind of stuck? I cannot scroll. Oh boy. What if I click? I can't click anywhere. Okay, reload the page. See what happened. Okay, now I can scroll. Ah. Okay, that seems possible with the worker. Let's see why this doesn't work. Let's quit it. Restart it. It's not even there. Or is this untitled? Let's copy that, paste it to Claude. Now it works, okay. It was not connected. Oh, that's much more helpful answer, I think. Even though okay. Okay. There was also some JavaScript. Okay. Yeah, that goes much into the weeds quicker, though, which I like. Okay. So let's do that. Let's get the browser on. We cannot do anything now. We need to do send to our worker. We need to create the worker. Create a new Cloudflare worker with this code. Well, we can call the worker only for invite mailboxes, so we don't need to check that. Yeah. We can just do what Google suggested. We don't need all this code because we create a specific worker. How do I create a worker though? Here you go, email worker. Email worker, but is it free? Cloudflare work. Are email workers available in the free plan? Seems like, but seems like it, but let's double check that. 1 hour. In the meantime, I've been streaming for plus 1 hour or something before. Ooh, that's taking a long time. Is it like before? Let's go ahead. Or I ask Gemini. That's here. Yes, okay. 100,000 requests per day. Okay, that's generous. 10 milliseconds. Yeah, we'll just reject the email. This is plenty. Okay. Create nameless mountain. Worker name. Does it have to be globally unique or just for me? We says reject email. Ooh, that's lowercase. I can use hyphen, so okay. Ooh. Allow, there are some boilerplate or examples to start from. Allow list senders, okay. Block list sender, okay. Notification to Slack, interesting. Okay, nice. Webhook Slack notification. I'm pretty sure that has to be customized with something. I don't use Slack for a long time. Uh-huh. Okay. And create my own. Yeah, we'll go with that. Is this like a name that should is like an on email? Yeah. It's like a handler function. Create my own. Create. Should I have edited the code before? Maybe, man. Code editor. It doesn't look like it was editable there. Maybe I have to really create it and then go edit. All right. Yeah, that's an editor. And what we got there? No fetch handler. What the heck? And the console is on. Why? Okay. We got. Whoa! It's answering now. Are you kidding me? Is this because I'm on the free plan? Most probably. Yeah? So I'm like slowed down to a crawl. Or it was just waiting for a timeout because I sent too many requests. Look how slow it's going. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay. Bounce. That's a bounce. So good. Let's say instead of users, how do I don't know. How do I say which mailbox? But doesn't matter. Let's go deploy. We just need something similar, simple. Okay. I'm not sure about that. It's probably because it's trying to call the function as HTTP, not as email. Okay. So we got that. Now we need to tie this. Okay, deployments. Oh, workers and pages. Reject email. binding. So you can add also from here, isn't it? Add binding. Yeah, I don't know. So let's go from the other side and bind it from the other side, which go home. Go home. Oh, the goal delete all the event events is now done. This is the other goal. All right, let's go back here. Oh, this is done. Delete SMS. Okay, every day we'll go and do that. Now, test and manage bounces. What we are doing now is test bounces. Test bounce events. We are creating a bounce event. What we're doing now is creating bounce events. Let's say we're creating a bounce event to then handle it. Okay. Yeah, it's nice to have the goal there, so it keeps me focused. This is the objective. Test and manage bounces. Okay, so I go here, I'm back to home, but in reality, I could stay here. Yeah, I can close this tab. I'm already in the right place here. Well, I have overview routing rules. Not sure about that. Probably it's destination addresses I have to look into. Ooh, unresponsive. So what? So what? Not working. Snap. Let's reload the page. Okay. Let's go back to domain. Select the domain, manage. I'm in the wrong place. Yeah. Go back to home. Registration. Where is? I'm lost. I thought it was manage transfer registered domain. Because I have to go to the domain to then see the DNS for that domain. But it seems if I go to manage, I got registration. I went here easily before. Now, is this page loaded? It looks like there is something missing. Manage account. No. Go back to the home page. Oh, yeah, there you go. In account home, I have the domain list, which is another list, and it works now. Right, so I can go email, not DNS, email. Cloudflare is not that fast an interface. It is like not a good experience. Mm, come on. Seriously? Maybe. Reload the page. What shall we do, man? I made it worse, maybe. No good, no good. Start again. Account home. Change browser, maybe. Try a vanilla Chrome. Try that. I'm not getting the login. Come on, mate. Oh boy. So I created the email worker, but now I can't assign it to the mailbox if I can't load the Cloudflare dashboard. There's no other way around. I don't think. That is awful. That is awful. So it's not a browser thing. I don't know. All right, let's try again from here. It loaded. Okay, I choose email. I click slowly, carefully. Let's not upset it. Oh, it worked. Okay, let's close this browser. Yep. So we got maybe destination addresses. I don't know. Routing rules. Yeah, catch all. Well, we are testing this bounce, so before we do it on the catch-all, let's check it specifically on this bounce address, just in case it mess up stuff. So send to a worker, and we got reject email worker, and then save. Delete here. I'm not sure if it's good because it's kind of the first thing I was clicking. But anyway, save. Okay, we got that. We got that. Let's test the bounce. That was harder than I expected. Bounce a budget pilot. Okay, writing an email in the other monitor, yeah. Testing bounce. Bono. Bonito. Yes. Testing. Yeah, go. And let's see if I get it back. Message sent. Nothing came back yet. Nothing came back yet. Let me check my sent email. Yeah, it looks good, but I don't get a bounce. No, this is annoying. That's annoying. It goes reject email. Why does not work? Email worker. Yeah. Reject email. Zero requests. Should I got a request? No await or anything. Hmm. So let's try a different approach to use disable again the bounce address and put this in a catch-all. What can I try? Oh, it seems to not work again. No, man, no. Start to hate Cloudflare. I want a coffee. Acting up again. All right, let's remove this number there. While Cloudflare is acting up, let's have a quick coffee, man. So, so it looks like it actually loaded eventually. So maybe we have just to wait when it does that. But how long did it take? So I click on the domain, and now I click on email, and now on routing rules or routing rules. Let's disable bounce, and let's enable the catch-all, and we say send to a worker reject. Let's try that. Well, maybe we have to give it a second for. Oh, did I get the bounce on Gmail? I don't understand. Why did I get the email on Gmail? Because it didn't bounce. I received it. Why I receive it? You should be supposed to reject it. All right, let's try with the catch-all now then. I write this email. Goes to still a bounce at the budget pilot. Net. And let's say let's go in testing bounce number 2. Second bounce test. Sent. All right, message sent. Go to the workers. The worker should have worked, should have been called. It says 2 routes. Yeah, but one is empty, is disabled. Yep. So when okay. Price plan. We go to workers. Oh, that's no. It's a totally different site. Okay. Yeah, worker is like a function, right? A cloud function. No, not going to start another platform. Um, what's that? Worker account. Oh, that's nice. I got the bounce. Oh, so good. That's what I wanted. Mailbox not found. Nice. That's a proper bounce. That was hard. So now I can test what the AWS should send me a bounce event. Let's go here. These events are now sorted. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna delete these documents. I don't need them. Needed them manually. So that when we get a bounce, yeah, I know they are sorted, but there will be no confusion about what each are the new events. They're all dated yesterday, by the way, so there is no confusion now. I just want to keep it clean. Then we have the auto delete script as well. All right, now we don't have anything. Let's test this bounce. The changes we have done, yeah, we just have to do this. Very good. Okay, we got 2 things. Oh, yes. So we have a send and a bounce event. Yes. Oh, so nice. The problem is we cannot process bounces once a day. Oh, we could. I think it's fair. We can process bounces once a day because we are not sending more than one email a day for sure. We're gonna check on my dog. The garden in the hot sun. Okay. Oh, we got a bounce event. Yeah, okay, let's process them once a day. It's fine. Once we process, we delete it. I am thinking though, it's like the opposite query that we have to do to process bounces. Instead of looking the older events, we have to look kind of the newer events from like the last 2 days, just to be sure, and then delete them once handled it. Should we delete the bounce? Should we mark it done and then delete it after 3 days? Yeah, I think it's better to not delete it, just mark it done. We have the other process, which will be the same process, deleting them. So basically, we have this process events. Hold on, we did some changes. What are the changes I just did? Just the okay, just the log message. No big deal. We don't need a branch for that. We'll be in the same branch. We'll do the process bounce. So let's do this. Create a branch. It's called process bounce. Yes, okay, my dog coming back. Process bounce. Yeah, we got a nice bounce. Okay. That's the branch. Shouldn't be too hard, yeah. I want to unsubscribe the person on bounce, but I think I shouldn't write them an email because they will generate another bounce. Ah. So it's like process events will do two things. So let's get another function, say delete all the events. All right. Which is basically this. And should be async. So in here we say await delete all the events. We don't need any parameters because it just goes find anything older than. Uh, let's do this 2 days. So we do. No, let's keep it 3. But now we need if we keep it 3 and then we say old days, something like that. Not a great name. This is for older events, old events. No, what is the name? Yeah, F2. Okay, let's use it. It's how to use the shortcut. Okay, old event. Old days history. It sounds like the old days. And let's create a new event days. Which is just 2. Overkill, maybe. Alright, so now we create a function called process bounce events. This can be first or after, they can be in parallel, but this is a batch function, doesn't matter. Let's do bounce first for absolutely no reason. There needs to be a sync, and that looks good. Now we have to find events newer than days. Is that correct? Say newer than days? Let's accept this code for now, but remove this. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was a good suggestion actually. But it's going too much further. I want to do this first. Let's go here. Export const. Find event newer than days. Async. It's basically the same signature. Actually, let's copy the whole thing to start. Okay, equal. Right, find events limited in days accepts a number of days as parameter. This implication, yeah, yeah, change this. Now, less than or less than equal doesn't really matter because it goes as a seconds, right? Date. Oh my god, marshmallow. Hold on. Okay, so guess the date in the past of 2 days ago, and then he finds more recent events. This is actually doing a timestamp, right? Ah. Yeah, but date is basically a timestamp, so it goes 2 days. Well, this should find the newer events. Okay, this was invented. It doesn't look like that event. So we got event body, and then inside the body we have a property called event type, which is bounce uppercase. We don't have to trust this. The only problem is now body is viewed as a string. Yeah, because that's a string. We have to first parse it. Oh, and there was message. Oh, well, I think I shouldn't save it like that. I should save the content of message because having something like message and then it's everything into a string, it doesn't look smart. Well, let's comment out this for now. Let's go to find where I save these main events. So here I have this request body, which is this thing. Man, it looks like it's not a string. It has a message property. What if I do message? Oh, it seems to work. Because that's any. We have to test it. We have to test it. How come I never realized that? So let's send a few email, one that works. A bounce. Now it's grayed out. For a second or two. Well, let's go check. Ooh. You know what? I didn't deploy, so this will not do anything different. But yeah, let's see what happened. Not in case of bounce. It looks the same. Message, that's the only thing in it. And again, right, we want to unpack that message. What you're gonna do is start the local server, front end and backend. npm run dev, and looks good. Yeah, yes, well, I got distracted. And here we go, npm run serve. It will take a little bit of time, just a couple of seconds. And it's serving right now. All right, so we can go to localhost and test that. Now we should unpack. It should unpack the message. That's not localhost, so we need to go localhost. Okay. Let's send an email to myself. And we can finally almost request production access now. Tomorrow, maybe we can. All right. Sent the email. I should have saved the events. I'm still sorting them. Oh, it's still the same. Oh, yes. Welcome back, Marlon. Let me close the door. It's not unpacking it. Is this the latest one? Yeah, it looks like it is. The other fields are normal. So why I have this message? Is this all part of the string? But I'm already doing. Say it again, see again. Let's see it again. Request body message. Oh, no, no, I know why. It's because it's called the local function, but then that triggered the email, and the email trigger then goes to AWS. AWS does a callback, but AWS cannot call the local function. It has to call the deployed function. So we cannot test this unless we deploy the functions. There is no other way around because we can't have AWS call a local function. So this change was not there. So npm run deploy, and let's delete the events because they are not in the right format then. Maybe it's good to build some resilience, but there's also no point because these are not the right format. And we have control on the environment. Okay, we delete the last event. This should delete the collection as well automatically. When I reload, the collection should not be there. Yep. And first document creating the collection, we will create the collection. Collection is just like a folder that you can think about directory. Now we have to wait for deployment. Wait for deployment. And then we can test again. We don't have any events in the collection as of now. Deployment will be almost ready. And then we can run it from localhost or for remote. It doesn't matter anymore at this point. Let's do also a deploy here. I don't think I have any change, but I just done a deploy before, but just we have to wait anyway. So this backend is deployed, front end is deployed. So let's go live. Let's go budget.net. And let's start to send the first email that actually works. And then we'll test the bounce as well. Okay, we should have the events. I reload this page with the database. Nothing there. Oops. Let's reload it again. Hey. Nothing there means that our function is failing. Perhaps because bodies are string. Yep. It's definitely failing. So let's check the logs. Logs for, here you go. Not this function, but, well, I could change the function name, for add events. And that should work. Oh, I got a phone call. Is it done, mate? Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand anything about the call. Let's see what happened. I don't have anything here. It's called mail event, not mail events. Okay, then run the query. I don't see failures. Why is it called save mail event? Actually, it's a good name. I didn't know it was called save event. Reason pass. Because that's the function. Yeah, save event. Yeah. And this says JSON pass is not valid JSON. Yep. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, we screwed up. Not a problem. I mean, it's a problem, but it's easy to solve because that was a string. So when we go save main event, body was a string also set there. We pass the body. At that point, we can do dot message. The only thing is that I didn't get why I couldn't find the logs with that query. Let me try another thing here, which is where are the functions? Maybe I do here. Functions, cloud run function or cloud functions? Not sure. Maybe it's the other one. Okay. If I go the other one, cloud functions, go to cloud functions, same, cloud run. That's confusing. Why do you have two names for the same thing? Is that different? Is the same? Just confusing. So here I have mail event. That's the one that was failing, right? Logs. Yeah, the failures. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, so I changed that to do message after parsing, which makes sense. Let's deploy. The problem is that now message is a string, so we'll need another parsing. But let's do a one step at a time. That was really quick because I deployed the front end, not the back end. Yeah, I intended to deploy the backend. Unfortunately, we do have to deploy every time. If we had to do another pass, it's better to split that on multiple lines. Can do the all in line like that. Maybe I can check if a message exists. If it does, you know, do a little bit more caution there. have a little more caution. But let's see if I have to pass again or not. Or so now we have events here in my. We don't. We don't have any new event because the function crashed while trying to save. So that's good because they would be in the wrong format anyway, but we don't have because it crashed. And we just got to wait. We just have to wait. And then we send another event. But I want to do this more carefully. But let's see if I have to unpack message, because message is a string at that point. Body becomes an object with only one property, message. A message is a string containing another JSON. But when is then this string is sent to Firestore, will it unpack it or not? I think probably not, but let's see. I won't bet on it. All right, deployed. Let's do it. Yep, that was quick. Oh, that's the document. That was quick. Yep, it's a string. Oh, we can unpack it. But it starts to look good. It starts to look good. Headers already unpacked. It looks good, man. Okay, let's do this in multiple steps and carefully. So let's do const, we do parsed or body object. Yeah, that looks, that does sound great. Let's see, parse body maybe. So we got something that is called, let's call it body string. So we get something that we call body after. And now, uh, we check if body has a message property. Check if body object has a message property. And if yes, assign it to const body message. Try that. Right. We just need to change it a bit where as own property, yeah, nice. Message, you use message, otherwise you use body. Yep. Just in case to not lose the event and save and define. This should never happen, but we're just being cautious. If we have body message, we want to parse it. But we want to parse it only if we have body message, because if not, we already parsed it. So I think in this case, we can apply the parse in here. I don't think it's too complicated. Okay. So I get the body as a string. Body string is okay, I think. Then we get the body object. Let's call it a body object, yeah. Rename, where is rename? F2 we said, yeah. Let's learn that. Option F, no, function F2. body object. We got the body object, and then we get a body message, which is also an object. And we save a body message, or the body, but shouldn't happen. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. Let's deploy. 2 hours. All right. Mhm. Do not access object method from target object. That was your suggestion. Okay, first, let's commit. We're on process bounce branch. Okay, so now we are clean. Okay, nothing to commit. Let's the AI can mess whatever they want. I can revert. They look nice as our own property, but it says it's kind of deprecated or something, or better not to use it. Linting error, a common issue. Okay. Yep. Hold on. Now I can't see the suggestion because it overlaps. Oh, prototype. Oh, that's weird. I will start by examining the file. Okay. Thanks for providing a file con. I see the issue on line 12. Yep. It's being called directly. We'll fix this by using prototype, which is a safer way. No prototype built-in error. Okay. I've applied the change. It's now resolved. Okay. Let's accept the change. Right. Let's format a little bit. Ooh. Now this ternary statement looks awful. We need to create a boolean then and say const has message property, and we assign it to that. Then we say has message property. Right. And now it's a little bit more readable. Let's see how many times use the object twice, so it's fair to. Okay. Yeah, 3 times used by the object. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's try to deploy. What's stop to jump? Oh yeah, that's a good suggestion. Actually, body is an object now. Ooh. I can also say some of the properties that we have in body. At least the one I use. Oh, that's not fair. I have to deploy again with this change just to make sure that this small change works. Then when you go here to process events, yeah, now you see event type doesn't work because it doesn't exist on type object. Let's fix that as well then. Let's say, and then we deploy after this change. So let's put that back on. And then we say here, well, it's not really an object which I don't know anything about. It's an object I know something about. Can I say like this? And saying it has an event type property. And probably other properties, surely. But we know event type. Nice. Now the error is gone because we are telling TypeScript that it has an event type property. But if it has more properties, not a problem. Okay, actually that's quite nice. That's a quite nice thing. So they have to deploy again. So these events are now obsolete. So let's delete them. Just main events. Yep, delete. Well, that's confusing because I don't have the main event collection on the left, but I have the events on the right. There you go. There was interface out of sync. All right, deleted the events. And we got a problem. Empty block state. Oh yeah, because there, yeah. Oh, let's do just a log for now. Found bounce. And let's put the ID. Later we'll try. Okay, found bounce event. Yep, let's hit deploy again. What can we do? So after we'll process bounce events, we'll have a process bounce event one, perhaps. Okay. That looks great. That looks good. So let's see how here I'm unpacking now. Because I'm starting to do stuff with these events, so now I have to be more careful. I have to blow my nose in the meantime. Let's see, where is it? What? Oh, so yeah, we got the event type. Where is this that I am unpacking it? There. So that's deployed. Is deployed. So going back to here, we don't have events, so the collection is gone. Create a new event. Just generate it. It looks good. Oh, look at nice. Now the object. Ooh, well, that looks weird. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Because that's an array. So we got this as event type and then mail and then send nothing. Common headers, destination header. Yeah, we'll have to add more stuff in it. No, not right now. Okay, event type now, because these are in alphabetical order, so I have delivery. So what's in the event depends on the event type. I don't have delivery here. So let's generate a bounce event. It can be bounced by Jetpaddle or anything else, but the thing is, the only email I validated is bounce. So I can only send to bounce. Okay. So now if the event type is bounce, oh, there is also bounce type permanent. Mm. Now we have to figure out. I got an email. What is that? Ah, several because yeah, I was sending myself email for that. Okay, okay. Mm. We need only to look at the event type bounce. Hmm. And then we need to know which email is it coming from. We don't need to look at the date. Suppression list? Ah. So let's find the suppression list in SES. Uh-huh. And delete it. So we have also another. Oh my God! Why do I have to? Sorry, I don't understand. I click the email and then I click on remove. What? Does not exist in the suppression list. Let's reload the page. That's the most confusing interface I have seen in a long while. Anyway, I deleted it somehow. Um, Now we send another event to there. Okay, that's good. So was this the last one? Bounce subtype general. Are we going to the suppression list now? I don't know about this suppression list. Yeah, it's already there. Anyway, it's good to delete it also from the database. So I have two type of bounces. One is general, and the other one is because it's in the suppression list. But now I have to figure out where do I get the email address from. Let's see these headers first. Okay, these are not useful for this purpose. Okay, let's close this. Let's check bounce object. Uh-huh. Bounced recipient email address. Right. So we have to carefully define this main event could have a bounce property, which is optional, and it's an object. And that object, if it exists, it has a bounce type. So how many bounce do I have? Hmm. And a bounce subtype, which are both strings. Bounce type, string, and the bounce subtype, I think it's spelled like that, string. Let's double check that. I just want this on multiple lines. Okay, let's check. Bounce type, bounce subtype. Yeah, it looks good. Bounce description. No, no, stop it. Okay, so this will be useful for we found a bounce event. Let's just log this information. That's the event ID, and then we say we know it's a bounce, so it will have. My God, I'm lost. It's a bounce, so we'll have bounce type and bounce subtype. So let's say type event dot body dot bounce dot type. Right, and subtype. Let's put a comma here. Will be similar to this. So let's copy that. Bounce subtype. Now this line is way too long. So let's split it. Can I just do this? No, that's Python, or what? Need the plus. Okay. Yep, that's good. But the other information I need from here is the email. So I have to go bounce recipients. I expect to have only one, isn't it? I'm just sending single emails. So I need to keep on working on that object where in here I add the bounce recipients, which is an array. Well, let's say object for now, just to write something. Um, hmm, I just need the email address. So yeah, object array. Um, let's create I don't know how to create an object there and then there's an array. Yeah, that's what I want. Allora, I accepted that, but action was in, yeah, action failed. And email is not called email, it's called email address. And you know what? I don't need action. Let's delete it. And so now I define this as an array of bounce recipients. Good, good. So now, when I'm processing the events, oh God, let's do this. No, no, I just want one. Maybe I can do a loop, but I think I'm gonna extract this in variables. So bounce type equal. I'll keep on accessing this bounce. Yeah, maybe I should access. Oh, okay, I can do this for start, but I think I can also add a bounce, a bounce event body bounce. At that point, yeah, I can use it, but at that point I can say exclamation mark, or I leave the question marks to keep it more robust. But if I don't have that, it's probably okay to fail, but in that case, I will need to try catch. Let's say bounce recipient. We accept the bounce recipient, we get the number 0, and we get the email address. Okay, let's call it bounced email. Okay, so we have, yep, that's what I want. Bounce type, subtype, and bounced email. Let's do something as well for other events, just a log. Else log info. What are we gonna do? Oh, there is no point of having two separate log lines. Let's say this processing bounce event. Delete this log. And here we say processing Hmm. Hold on. Let's do this. We're gonna say we start the body. We didn't use body here. Equal event body. Yeah. I think even extract event type as well. Or keep on accessing. Let's try that. Event type. body event type. Okay. So processing event type event. And these are specific to bounce. All right, so this would not be processed, so it will be ignoring. Yep. Well, at least we have a record that I'm going through them. Yeah, that should be it. Let's deploy. Hmm. That went back in the separation list. Okay. I don't really care. Because it's in separation list or not, I extract the bounced email in the same way. So okay, let's wait for deployment. And once it is, oh, actually, I didn't need to deploy. I could run the local version. Yeah. All right. Let's wait anyway. So it's enough to say npm runs shell, npm run shell, and we call the process event function, which should not delete any event, but should log something about bounce events and other events that were not deleted. Okay, it's pretty sweet, but okay. Okay, that's nice. npm run shell. Let's quit pretty quick. Quick process events. Events. Okay. Found 6 events newer than 2 days. Ignoring send event. Ignoring deliver event. Ignoring send event. Processing bounce event with this ID. Type permanent. Subtype owner account suppression list. Bounced email. Bounced budget pilot net. Ignoring send event. Processing bounce event. Yep. Oh, that's great. So that's great progress. Now, let's check. I should have an email subscription to bounce. Yep. Which we should find and delete. But only for permanent bounces, I think. Type permanent. Okay, so what we need to do here is maybe keep the no, let's extract this to a function where I say process bounce event. Process bounce event async, because we'll need to write to database. Or better delete. Okay. So we copy this and then we'll see what we need. Await process bounce event. And we paste this, we'll miss body. And also event type. So I regret creating a second variable at this point. It's okay. We figure out what bit by bit. So let's go back. Let's use just body directly. Pass body here. And same here. Ooh. I need to pass the whole event, isn't it? Because or I pass twice, two parts of the event, but this point, it might make more sense to pass the whole event. Okay. So at that point, doesn't make much sense to have that anymore. Okay. So if we are here, we already know it's a bounce event. Maybe we can just code that. Okay. Right. So now we have a small loop here. And we need to see if the bounce type it was executed locally. So it's we need to see if the bounce type is permanent, which is spelled with the uppercase. So probably we'll log two different things. If bounce type is permanent, we want to delete the subscription. Else, we ignore it. Ignoring bounce event is not permanent. And if it is permanent, we are unsubscribing. Ignoring bounce event where we can put more information. Yeah, that's a permanent bounce event. That's fine, but I already write it here in bounce type. I don't want to write it twice. Hmm. What I want to say here is we are processing, which means I'm subscribing. But I don't know how to say it. Okay, we'll come later. Let's move on. So no, we don't want to delete the event. That's a job of the other function. What I want to do is unsubscribe the user. So now we go to the DAO for interested. And let's see what we have for delete. Yeah, so find subscription by email is a good start because we know the email. So what we're gonna do is this, create a new function, which will be asynchronous, unsubscribe email, and we pass the bounced email. Now, this unsubscribe email is something that should be in the DAO because it's gonna use a lot of function from the DAO. I don't think I have it. Touch, create interested docs. I should have something on delete already. Yeah, it's called delete by doc ID. That's a bad name because it doesn't mention where it comes from. Yeah. Who is using that? Nobody. So we don't need to export it. Okay, okay. So I also had an unsubscribe function. So we want to write this unsubscribe email. Let's write here const unsubscribe email equal async, and we need the email. I'm not sure what I should return. We'll see. Maybe the number of times I've unsubscribed, number of subscriptions. Maybe. So unsubscribe email will find the subscription by email. And pass the email. And we get subscriptions or subs. And we want to export it. So now on the other side, I can import it. So let's wait for the AI, but careful about the suggestion. Yep, it looks good. Uh-uh. Yeah, let's play with it. Ooh, it's propagating. Yeah. Mm, well, I'm checking it so it can be undefined and just play well with it. Okay. So I found the subscriptions. So now for each subscription, don't remember if it's off or what. Yeah, that's exactly what I should do. Let's return how many we deleted. Okay. Let's move this up so we log only once. Let's do this. Plus deleted subscriptions, subs, non-deleted. It will be, because I have two bounce events for the same email, first time I will delete, the second time will stay 0. Time to try. Time to try. This is it. That's all I need to do if it works for managing bounces. Ooh, complaints. Complaints. I'm a bit scared of making a complaint because I'm afraid it will affect the reputation of the email. Okay, let's test it. Test the bounce only for now. Is the door open there? So hot. Oh, so it's used in unsubscribe. That's why I couldn't find. You are not very happy about that name for the unsubscribe email, but it's not correct because it goes by the doc ID. Um, okay, let's export it again. The name is a different issue. Okay, let's run it. And we go process events. Ooh, it worked. At least it seems it worked from the logs. I'm not sure about that. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because that's the function deleting also the logs. Let's follow the trail. So I go here. Yeah. And then it says processing bounce event permanent, deleted sub 0, then ignoring send, and I found another bounce, but there is nothing to delete there because it already is same. And no events, older events. So now I go here. There's no more the bounce email. That's wonderful. So Control D and let's commit. I think we should deploy as well. Maybe from main. Let's wait. So there. Ooh. GitHub. No, it was gone. Process bounces. Now, yep, let's check if it's all good. Let's what, Malo? So this, I'm gonna do this loop. Okay. Yep. So if that worked, yep, we can match. Why is 24 there? Good. So delete branch. Now we can check here. We have just one branch as we should. Now this is building. Check has started. Yeah, we finish soon. Details. Okay, very good, very good. So here we then do git checkout main, git pull, git fetch all, git branches, git del, process bounce. Okay, that's good. We are good. We are golden. Now we deploy. npm run deploy. So now we are handling the bounces. Complaints. Let's wait for this to finish first. And the bounces are checked once a day, which is fine. Same for complaints. Right. Yes, just have to wait a second to finish the deployment so we use the latest versions for when we then do a subscription. Let's subscribe once more with my personal email. But let's check if it's finished deploying. No, it isn't. Okay, so the goal is now reached. Let's now change the goal to create a complaint event. Okay. Right, we got the new functions deployed, create an email, and I will mark it as spam, unfortunately. Let's check first what we got here in the events. Nothing yet. Reload the page. Mm, we got bounce, but that's for bounce. Why is bounce here? Now we have to send. Send, and another bounce. Oh yes, bounce are here because we are not deleting the events. Correct, correct. But we are deleting from here. Okay. So if I run again, it will process the bounce event again, but it will say 0 deleted. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I got scared for nothing. So now we need a complaint event. So I have to mark the email as spam, isn't it? I really don't want to do that. I will do it. Report spam. Report spam. And then I will probably undo it. That should be in the spam folder now. Yep. I will undo it later. Let's see if I get the event first. Oh, it takes time. I don't know. Bounce. Let's sort them by timestamp descending. Okay. Delivery. Marshmallow. So what we got? Delivery, send, bounce. Yeah, these are old, so no, we don't have any event for spam. Let's try a Google search first. AWS SES complaint event. Won't tell you, it looks like, yeah. Okay. Example event data. Bounce event. Bene. Good. Complaint record. Ah, nice. You know what we do? We need to create one. Why can't have a record of complaint? Let's undo it. No, spam. Yeah, otherwise I won't receive it anymore. Do I have an event now that some time has passed? No. Delivery. That's annoying because it's difficult to test now. So what I need to do is create a fake event of type complaint. Ooh, why is it double? Because that's a delivery. That's a complaint. Yep. I don't need this. I just need that bit, right? Ooh, it becomes difficult to because I can't paste JSON. I don't think. But I will repurpose this event. So I don't need email. Let's delete it. Yep. I really don't need headers. Let's delete it to keep it simple. Let's leave timestamp because I'm sorting by it. Event type becomes complaint. 3 hours. Okay, good. Then I don't need delivery. So a subproperty of body is this complaint. So we create a field. Not sure how yet. Lowercase, which is an object map. Number boolean 0 point timestamp. There must be a map, which has a field called complaint recipients. Complaint complaint recipients, which is of type string. And I can put the content right away, I think. Oh, no, it's not of type string. It's of type array. Cannot. Ah, yes. Okay. Type array. Which then has a type map. Ooh, that's annoying to use this editor. You can do anything, but and that map has an email address which is vanilla string, which is let's say an email that actually exists. Okay. Right. So now I can create the type as needed, which means in the main event now I have this. So this could be have an event type. You know that I could specify the event types I'm interested on, like bounce and complaint. And if I say bounced or see, yep, now it's checking that. Can be bounce, it can be complaint, and it can be, and if it's another one, it's not a problem. I just can't use it directly. Send. That's a bounce. Send. That's a bounce. Send. And that's a delivery. And there is more, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's rendering, I think. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's called like that. Um, mm, AWS SES event type. Yeah, that's the same page I was looking at. Bounce record as event type bounce. Complaint. Delivery. Send. Reject. What's reject? Open. Not sure what that means. Click. Don't have those. Let's for I mean all of them. Click rendering failure. Yeah, change the quotes. Nice. Delivery delay. Am I almost finished? Subscription. Maybe I shouldn't have done all of them. Okay, finish. To the second page. What was that? Ah, for related page. Okay. Yep. So that was a waste of time. So now let's do the complaint object. Complaint. There we are gonna have, we just care about complaint recipients, which is an array. So is the same as bounce recipients? Yes. I think I can rename that to just recipients. All right. Complaint recipients. Let's put bounce recipients for now. And then I rename bounce recipients. I just do it by hand to just recipient. Because a complaint recipient is not different from a bounce recipient, apparently. Yeah. Just have email address. All the rest I don't care. Excellent. So now in process event, we are gonna process the bounce event. What I'm thinking is, can I process the um, bounce event and complaint events in the same way? Yeah, I don't think so. Let's keep it different. Event body event type is equal to complaint. In that case, we are gonna await process complaint event. And that point we do const process complaint event is equal to async. We get the event, which is a mail event, and we do something with it. In this case, we don't have an if, we just act on it. So let's do something similar, const complaint. is event body complaint. Okay, and then we just need a recipient. Const complaint email or complained or complainant email. Very good. Complaint recipients 0. Okay, it looks good. We just delete it. You know what? Just quit email. What's up, Bob? Do, do, do. And also, no need to say bounced here. Let's keep it simple. Okay. So we delete it. We just have to log. Mm. Comma plus email. Plus deleted subs. Okay. Excellent. That's it. I'm going very fast now. Let's test it. npm run shell. No, adesso dici di là alla nocciola. Do you try that? So good. And put semicolon. Yep. Oh, there you go. Processing complaint event. Deleted subs 1. So now if I go, I'm on main, correct. If I go to here, I have only 2 records and not anymore the complaint email is gone. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Check out MMB process complaints. Command am process complaints. Good. So let's create a PR. I didn't push it, eh? Okay, that's pretty nice and simple. Let's wait for the CI. Okay, well, this will deal with it later. It's about the app. Another chapter. Front-end works, back-end work, Gaussian merge. The branch. Git checkout main. Git pull. Git fetch all. And then git branch. And then git del process complaints. All right. So now going back to the task, this is done too. I think we are ready to do that. Yep. Let me check the email from Amazon. So I put here, but I didn't. Can't find it. Right, I don't need to find the email. We can find it here in what do you call it? Support, something like that. Support. Put it here. Detail. Custom field. I just want to write a note. Ah, here, description. Why there is no spacing? Let's take the information that is all important. This is not important, especially the link already done it. Delete, go away, go away. Yeah. Okay. Right, I can work on this tomorrow. I think this is okay, good progress for the day. So we'll call it a day. Just want to make sure that when I go here in main, I run a deploy. Or maybe I will do it tonight, just write an email for AWS support to get production access, because now I'm a pretty good state. Okay, don't expect any surprise on this deployment, so I will call it a day now and back tomorrow.